Guys, and welcome to a sort of like a UI rundown, I guess, just in case anyone was confused about anything or whatever, for The Sims 4. Now, this is the actual screen. This is just a screenshot of the 20 minutes of gameplay footage that they put out yesterday. So, can't talk. I will put that a link to that in the description below, but in case you have not seen it. If you didn't, I highly recommend that you do. But yes, this is all the UI that there is, or this is the E3 version of the UI, I guess you can say. So without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to start in the bottom right hand corner. So I will zoom on over there and we'll be right back. Okay, so this is what is in the bottom right hand side of the screen of the UI. So let's just mark these out, beautiful colors, and we'll get started. So the first one is obvious. I'm just drawing arrows in case you're wondering. The first one is your Sims aspiration. Actually, a little disclaimer. The first reason I know, well, the reason I actually can figure out all these are, and first of all, it's by the pictures. But also on Twitter, SimGuru Graham tweeted out that, yes, the six sim panels, you know, that these are your sim panels, right? About your sim and everything, that were in The Sims 3 are still there. Maybe a little bit different, but they're still all in all there, except for there's no lifetime want, or lifetime reward system. That's replaced by the aspirations, because aspirations used to not even be in this panel. But anyway, yes, the first one is your Sims aspiration. So hold on, I really need to make this smaller. Oh gosh, I don't know what font to use. We'll just use that. So aspirations. Really, it's I believe it's just one. I believe it's just one aspiration. So that's what that, I believe, is. Next, we have hardware needs. Because, to be honest, none of these other ones look like they would be needs. So, oh, can't spell. So that's your Sims needs. Right there in orange. Or pointed to by the color orange. So, next we have what appears to be our Sims skills. Oh, dear. And then, after skills, the only thing that it could possibly probably be is relationships. So, we'll smooth that down there so that we can continue with other things. Putting things in. And who is here now? My gosh. There are like 5 people here. Leave, please. Thanks. Next, we have our Sims job performance, or just job or career info, I guess. So we'll just do job info. Yeah, we'll just call it job info, right? That works. Yay. Next, we have our inventory, because to be honest, nothing else looks like it could be the inventory. So, and there has to be inventory because it's been in the game since The Sims 1, really, technically, sort of. And then lastly, of course, we have our Simology, or is that what it's called, Simology? I don't know, but really it's just personality. Oh gosh. Why is the TY separate? Thanks. Okay. So yes, that's what is in the bottom right hand side of your screen. This is, again, what we can call, we'll just call it our sim panels. I believe that's what they're called, right? Oh, don't quote me on that. People are going to be like, you know what they're called. Yeah, probably. But you know what? Oh, that's cut off. But who really cares anymore? Because we're done with this part of the screen. So we will be right back in the top right-hand corner. Okay, so this is what, I feel like I talked too early. Alright, well, whatever. This is what you will find in the top right-hand corner of your screen, and of course, first we have our build/buy mode. Now this is too big. Great. Wonderful start. Not too small. Oh dear, this is a disaster, that's what this is. Why is it seems so, whatever. build slash buy mode, I believe. And then it opens up the thing on the side. That is just so small. Okay. Wow. And then over here we have, I believe this is the gallery. I believe, I'm 95.9% sure that is the gallery. And this is your, like, floor, I don't know what to call it. Should we call it the toggle? Yeah, floor toggle, because that seems legit, right? Yeah, okay, we'll go with it. So that is your floor toggles to go, like, up. You know, you go up the floors and down the floors, blah, 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 blah. This is your wall toggle. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. The wall toggle, eh? What if people... Actually, my friend says toggle, like toggle. Yeah. Pretty weird. They say, like, they're like toggle. I'm like, what is toggle? I'm like, that's not a word. Dude, get your facts straight. Then we have our camera control. And to be honest, I guess controls, this is the only button I really don't know what it is in this game. Like, what is this right here? Please help, because that's the only thing I don't know what it is. And then lastly, of course, we have our options for the game. Maybe this is like main menu, maybe? I'm not sure. I really don't know. So I'm not going to write anything, because I don't want to give false information out. Oh, also, I don't know, let's just use this color. When this is, I guess when you're in build buy mode, I believe this turns to like little people. Yay. So in that, when you're in build or buy mode, I believe it becomes your live mode button. Or whatever you call it, live or live mode. I believe that's what it turns to. When you're in build and buy mode, and when you're in live mode, I believe it turns to the build and buy mode symbol. Because that's all I can really think of it is, and I don't see it anywhere else on the UI. So, the next thing I want to show, it is exclusive to when you're in a conversation, and that's in the top middle of your screen. So I'll be right back with that. Alright, so it's a little blurred, but I guess it's okay. This is just really quick, so we're not going to be staring at this for hours, I guess. So this is exclusive to conversations. What is this? Oh dear, what is confiscation? It's like getting stolen from. Yeah. So this is exclusive to convos, because it is not there when you're not talking to someone. So this is what it is. So here we have. This is like your friend bar. I don't even know what it's called. Relationship meter? I don't know. Relationship. That's what we'll call it, right? We'll call it the meter, because who knows what it's really called. Probably is a professional name for all these things, but I really don't even know what they are. Well, I know what they are, but I don't know what they're called. Now, up here, this is something... Oh, dear. I don't know what that was. This is something new to the game. We've never had unpleasant / pleasant. We can tell what the kind of conversation it is, but now the game just actually tells you what kind of conversation it is. So if it's an amusing conversation, I'm pretty sure it'll say like amusing conversation, or unpleasant, or pleasant, or happy, or whatever, friendly, or romantic conversation, or whatever. And this, I believe, is your relationship status. So it would be like friend, or maybe if you're in love with someone, it'd be, oh gosh, you can hear a car start because my window's open. Ooh, sorry. It'd be like a heart if you're in love. It'd probably be pink, so it's because, you know, whatever. Or it'd be like married or husband or whoever. And of course you have who you're talking to. So this sort of looks like, oh dear, that's gotten just messy, hasn't it? So I'm just gonna get rid. Oh, alright, well, I'll control by that. I guess this whole box, it sort of looks like what you would see in your relationship panel. That would be in the bottom right. So I guess it's sort of like the relationship panel just for that one person, I guess. You know? You understand? That was... Do you understand? Like this video if you understood that. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, let's just move on to, there's nothing in the top left, so let's move down to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, and we'll be right back. Alright, so here we have, oh god, I always feel like I start talking too early when I just start recording. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, I keep saying that too many times. Yeah. Did I say at the end of this video, I'm gonna have all the tweets that I use to know what these things are? I don't know if I said that, because this is like, I've tried to record this whole episode like 5 times, so yeah, we're just gonna write that down, because I'm going to discuss something that I found in a tweet. So anyway, couldn't find my cursor. Here we have, first of all, the biggest thing that jumps out at us, we'll use a color that jumps out. Let's go with a color that jumps out at you, in your face color. Here we have our Sims emotion. That color really doesn't pop out at you, does it? That went totally wrong. So this is like your Sims emotion. Oh dear. I can't write, can I? Let's just move on from that and let's just use the type, because typing is much cleaner than I can ever write in this program, because it's obviously annoying to write in. I don't know if you can see that color. So that would be your emotion state right on there. So be happy, very angry, sad, depressed, amused, hysterical, blah 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 blah, anything that you really would be feeling. Next, over here, and first, don't know what that was. Here we have our moodlets. These are where moodlets are now. I don't see a mood meter in this game. I didn't see one at all. Please tell me if you saw one and tell me where it is, because I really don't see it, unless it's just not in this version of the game that they had used for this. Again, it could be, but we don't know. But here, this is what a moodlet is in the game. Moodlets from this version of the game look like they directly affect how your sim is feeling. So if your sim has good moodlets, they'll probably be in a better emotion state than if they had a bad moodlet. So then up here, these are like your wishes that you had in The Sims 3. And on Twitter, I mean, they could still be called wishes, because I believe they're still the same thing. But I really don't know. But SimGuru Graham called them whims, and I honestly don't know what a whim is. Is a whim the same thing as a wish? I should look this up, because I'm going to make a fool of myself if I say what a whim is, and it's not really what it is, so hold on. Okay, first things first, I just realized that I have cut this video so many times, but that's okay, right? Or at least I probably have. Girl, I don't even know. But yes, a whim is sort of like a wish, so we're going to call it a whim or a wish. It's a sudden desire, technically. So this is what your sim wants to do at that moment. So here, I want to play video games. Now, there are 2 here that aren't colored at all. They're just white. And these are, oh, that looks like a heart. Love. Great. Okay. So these are these are just your basic ones. They don't really tie to your emotion state. But oh dear. But here we have something that ties to our emotion state. This whim right here. Oh, I don't know if you could see that. Let's just use black. This one. Oh, that's a bad. Oh dear. This is going to a disaster. Whatever. Who cares about my circling abilities with a mouse, right? This whim ties directly with your emotion state. So because he's happy, he's gonna have a positive whim. Now, if you were in an angry little, I guess, what would you call it? An angry emotion state? You would probably have, or your sim would probably have one that's like not punch someone, I don't think they could put that in the game, but to like use the punching bag, or use like I don't know if it's still in the game. I believe it was in one of the trailers, right? What's it called? The voodoo doll on someone? Maybe, I guess. I really don't know what kind of whims you can get in this game, but we'll have to find out, right? So then over here, we have, wow, there's a lot in this panel. I need more colors. to be honest, the struggle. We have our current actions. So here, this is the box to show our current action. So your current action, or I guess because it's The Sims 4, it's actions. So because this box is pretty big and it looks like it can fit like multiple of these. So like if we were to have, oh dear, I can't copy things. If we were to have like multiples, oh that looks bad, but who cares? I guess if you were to have like multiple interactions going, it all stack in that box. But then also, I believe your queued actions, I wish I actually copied more of this going up, but that's okay. Your queued actions, oh, that looks bad. I guess your queued actions would sort of stack in a tower. So if you had one queued action, it'd be like that, but if you had two, it'd be like a tower, and you'd have action 1 and 2. You know, it'd stack up and not vertically, or horizontally. It stacks vertically, not horizontally, like in The Sims 3. So your queued actions would appear here. We'll use yellow because we can actually see it in this instance. Now we can't. Great, perfect, beautifulness. We'll use a mustard to type. Right, okay. Oh, that's not typing, is it? I'm bad at this. How do you spell queued? Whatever. Your next actions. Moving on. Because who cares about my spelling abilities? Whatever. Next, we have over here, it's small, I sort of drew over it, but that's okay. We have our phone, our phonular device. Did I just say phonular? Yes, phonular. Phone, you know, text. I don't know, is there texting in this game? I believe there would be. I mean, it's the 21st century, right? Yeah, okay. And then over here, you have your usual that you have in every Sims game. Every single one. It's always going to be there. I hope. This is your current household. You know, all the Sims that you have. And there is one Sim here who we're not going to point out who it is because you should all know. And if you don't, then I'm not going to ruin it for you. You have your... I don't know what this is because it has a plus button, which I feel like he's not an active Sim. Or he's just not on the lot. Okay, actually, I think I know what this is now that I just said it out loud. This is a Sim that you didn't travel with to, like, a different part of the world. But this plus button, I believe, means that you can call him over to you. Or if he's in a different part of the world, that you can call him over. Or if you just click on his picture, you can jump to him. So that's what I think that means. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it means. Then over here you have your active, oh dear, your Sims, I guess your Sims that are colored in with the background, which again ties their emotion state. So because this SimGram, this is just a mess over here, but because SimGram is happy, he has green on the back, which ties, oh dear, I don't know what that was. That ties to his picture over here, which has a green background. And at this point in the video, this Sim Ryan is angry, so that would tie to a very angry emotion state in the game. So I thought that was cool that it went with the background of them tied, so just not even clicking on them, you could see how they're feeling, or if, at least if they're in a good or bad mood. Next, oh, that was pretty long, wasn't it? Well, whatever. We're just going to move to the bottom middle of the screen really quick. It's nothing really extravagant. It's what we all know is going to be in the game, and we'll be there in just a sec. Oh dear, I didn't even stop recording. Alright, so just again, I start talking too early. That's never gonna work. Wow. So, really quickly, we have our time control things. You have pause, speed 1, 2, and 3. Oh dear. Speed 1, 2, and 3, and then your date. Or I guess it's not your date, your day, or in the time of day, so... Again, that's just really quick, but it's part of the UI. It's there. It's in the bottom middle of the screen where it actually has always been, mostly, I guess. Something I do want to say, just because this segment is pretty short, I just do want to say that in The Sims 4, oh dear, the UI is very spread out, which might get a little annoying at times, possibly, if you're going back and forth between the sides of the screen, whereas in The Sims 1, 2, and 3, it was all really compact into one part. But again, if we just were to jump over to here, we can see that, there's a lot to look at, because the game is very out there. It's not out there. Oh dear. It's not like out there, it's not in your face, but there's more to see, whereas in The Sims 3, to be honest, in The Sims 1 and 2, this whole area that I'm going to cover in green, green's not a good color to use, purple, this whole area, to be honest, would be totally covered and you wouldn't be able to see it. If you had all the stuff, all the windows open, you wouldn't be able to see any of this. So you get to see quite a bit more of the screen, I guess, really. I guess it's probably better like that, because you can see more of what there is in the game, rather than the bulky UI taking up your whole screen. And if you have a smaller monitor, which actually when I did have a smaller monitor on my computer, like smaller than the one I even have now, which is still pretty small, but it's all that can fit at my desk. Like when I had a laptop, it was pretty small, and the UI took up most of the screen, to be honest. So having a small UI, which it was probably a really smart move, but I don't know, things could have been more in one location, if I had to say, but I guess, it'll still work. It'll take a little getting used to, but again, the things up here at the top, these are the things you probably really don't use much, and they all have shortcuts to them, so I probably won't even really touch them much at all in my gameplay, but I guess we'll find out. But we're going to take a look at just one more part of this, and then we'll be done with this UI tour. Alright, first things first, we have, I'm going to make this a little better, we have the return, which we all mostly suspected, but we'll have the return of our beloved circle for picking the interaction. Circle of life, it's the circle of life, because it controls life in the game, oh dear, oh my gosh, moving on. Now, we also have awkward silence. Because this video is really short, I'm trying to get really short, because this video is starting to get long, I'm trying to get through things pretty quickly, to be honest. And TBH, yeah, moving on from that, too. That was awkward, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, we have it looks like we have certain interactions for your sim. First of all, you have things that you can do when you're sitting, so we have our little chair. But also, something I do want to point out is this sunglass thing. I believe that's one of the traits that was given to this sim I believe it might be from, I don't even know, but has to do with how his personality, I believe, because in The Sims 3 you even had, like, they're a great cook, they could talk about cooking, you have a little cooking happening next to it, so that's still there. But this is from a trait, I believe, because he was a gamer or something, dude. He has that he can, just because he has that certain trait, he can do this interaction, for which Sims that didn't have that trait would not be able to complete that interaction, because they wouldn't be able to do that, because they don't have the personality to do so. Now, also, I want to direct you to this little part. Now, some interactions are only based on how your sim is feeling. Now, here we clicked on Sim Graham in the video, so he was feeling happy before. We saw that in just a little earlier in the video, that he was feeling happy, so he has this green bar that he would only be able to complete. He'd only be able to, oh my gosh, he'd only be able to brighten someone's day or give a heartfelt compliment to someone if he was feeling that emotional state, whereas if he was sad, he would have different interactions based on that, because the fact that he was sad and not in a happy mood. So if he was sad here, he would not be able to do these two interactions. These would not even be options, because he's not feeling in the right mood to do so. Now, that's a really quick tour of the UI of The Sims 4. Now, I believe I only talked about 2 tweets. Let's just go back to this picture, and we'll zoom in a little bit. And yeah, here we are with the Sims 4 UI and everything talked about in the video. So I hope you all enjoyed that really quick thing. Again, there will be the tweets really quickly at the end of this video. Pause it if you really want to look at them, but it's not going to be there for very long, so that's what the pause button's there for, people. Because I honestly don't want this video to take 10 hours to upload to YouTube. I'm giving it like a thumbs up thing with a sarcastic smiley face, but you can't see, so. Oh, I'm stubborn. Okay. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy. If you're not already, subscribe to my channel and give this video a like and comment and share if you really want to. But everything else you're forced to do. You're forced to subscribe. Not really. Just do what your heart desires. Do what your heart feels is right. Oh gosh, now this is turning to a disaster, isn't it? Oh, it's already, to be honest, it really is already a disaster, so there's nothing to turn it to a disaster. Nothing can make this video worse than it already is, probably. But I have a lot of things to do today, so I will talk to you all later. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all. I really need to work on the ending of these videos. Alright, well, talk to you all later, alright? Bye, guys.